Hey guys, welcome back to IteariTV. My name is Iteri, and today I wanted to do a Ollie's roundup of Papercraft honorable mentions. So by the time this video comes out, you should have seen my video spotlighting my top 25 paper pad finds, I believe. So this is everything that didn't make that particular paper pad video. So this is paper and other random things that I'm putting in a Papercraft roundup of things that I really liked and appreciated finding from Ollie's this year. So the first thing I want to spotlight are these placemats that you see here. These are more Christmas placemats from Ollie's. I love these classic Merry Christmas placemats. They are really, really pretty. And they come 4 in a pack. So if you see them, go ahead and pick them up. They're really sturdy, really thick. And they would be great as actual placemats if you're having dinner with your family. But of course, I just use everything as backgrounds. So let's talk about the washi tape. I have this washi tape pulled, but I just appreciate all the washi tapes in Ollie's that I found at Ollie's this year. So this particular one is by American Crafts Everyday. I don't know who this was by. Just American Crafts Everyday is what it says. But this is actually one of my favorite washi tape packs. I love that pretty pink glitter sparkly washi tape. I think this is actually the first washi tape pack that I found at Ollie's for $1. This was at one of my local Ollie's. And so I just want to give a big shout out to this one. And I have picked up so many different washi tapes at Ollie's. So the washi tapes in general have been amazing finds this year because they're cheaper than anywhere else that you would get washi tape. Another thing I want to call out is this Recollections shaker tag set, pretty much. When I first hauled this, I didn't know what it was. And then I got it home and I actually paid attention to the back. And I was like, oh, shoot, this makes shaker tags. It gives you everything you need to make shaker tags, except for the stuff that you put inside the shaker. But I have plenty of that now. So I was able to redeem myself and get more packs of these. I forgot how many I have. I think I may have put some in some Happy Mail, but I have enough to start myself off. These were only $1 at Ollie's, and you basically make the tag that appears here in the top right. Really, really pretty. This is one of my favorite Papercraft finds of the year. Another great find, I was able to give a pack of these away in some Happy Mail, are these translucent envelopes. I love these for holding ephemera, stickers, tags, anything that you take out in a pack but you need to seal back up. I love these translucent envelopes. These were $1.99. I was able to gift these in some Happy Mail. One item that kind of got missed from my paper pads, it wouldn't have been in my favorite paper pads, but it's something that I did want to call out, is this paper pad by Jane Davenport for making palette sheets. This is $1.99. And you basically would swatch your paint or markers or whatever on this. But I just love it for journaling. I'm going to do so many different things with that particular woman on there. You can color her in so many different ways. So I love this just for junk journaling. One of my favorite paper crafty things that I found later on in my hauls. Another thing that I really was happy to find was this Can Company Smash pocket envelopes. They're pocket calendar envelopes. So you basically paste them on the paper and they're envelopes in the back, but they have calendars on the front. I first saw Jay over at TJ Bird's Journey haul these, and I was really excited when I found them. They're pocket envelopes, but they have calendars on the front, and they were only $1. So another very creative Papercraft find. I want to give a shout out to, this is a non-Ollie's item. I just realized this. This is the only non-Ollie's item in here, but this bingo, this Halloween bingo was the first bingo set that I purchased. And this is the one that got me into basically using bingo sets for paper crafts. And Leave It to Lisa Crafts is the one that got me into this. And she was the first person I saw haul this particular bingo set for $9.99 at Home Goods. This is not Ollie's, but I did want to give a shout out to this because it is one of my favorite Papercraft finds. It's my first bingo set that I hauled for the year, and I was really happy to find it. Everything else is Ollie's here. Something else that is a favorite find of mine that should have been in the Project Life video, but I just forgot to grab it, is this Becky Higgins photo album. And I'll be using this to stash ephemera and stickers and stuff too. But this is basically Project Life related. This is a very beautiful album. This glitter does not transfer on this heart. And it's very beautiful. These are located in my local Ollie's most of the time when I see them. And it's one of my favorite scrapbooking paper find items. Let's talk about the tags, these things I'm going to use as tag bases. These were banners that I found in Ollie's. And Stace gave me the idea of using these banners as tag bases, basically to decorate them. And I can punch holes and do tag flip throughs instead of using them as true banners. This is pretty nice weight, glossy paper stock, and you can decorate it. And I'm keeping these, the ones that I opened, in one of my translucent envelopes. So I love the translucent envelopes for this purpose. The tags fit perfectly in these translucent envelopes. So another set of tags that I purchased were these two-sided pennants from Ollie's for $1.99. Those other tags were $1.99 as well. These banners, they come with the string to hang the banners across, but since the holes are already punched, we can just put a keyring on there and use it as a tag flip and decorate this with stickers and ephemera and paper that I like, cover it up, and make a cute tag flip. Another thing I'd like to call out that I ended up getting in my mystery box from American Crafts, but I found it first at Ollie's, was this stencil set by Vicki Boutin. And it has all of these stencils here. Ollie's did have this for $1. So I did have this before I purchased the mystery box. So I thought it was great. It was a great Ollie's find if you were able to find it as far as paper crafting. Of course, the vinyl has been some of my favorite to find at Ollie's for $1. This magenta pink vinyl is probably in my top 3 favorite vinyls. My sparkly orange one, I didn't pull that one down. That's another one of my faves. This was $1. And then this adhesive sheets, they're already sticky on the back. This vinyl is some of my favorite vinyl finds. I love this mermaid kitty that they have here. When I open it, I'll be saving the mermaid kitties of the different packs that I've opened and fussy cutting it out. But they give you these different colors, and this is adhesive vinyl, so you peel the back and it sticks, just like you see there. So also some of my favorite crafty finds. This project paper, it's almost like, I guess, wrapping paper maybe. I don't know if it's adhesive. It might be adhesive. Great for craft and home decor projects. But as you can see, they decorated the dresser with this paper. This is by DCWV. This is only like vinyl-like paper I think I have by them. It's a 10 by 20. I don't know if it's adhesive though. I don't know, but it's really, really nice. So it's in my top favorite crafty finds. I'd also like to call out, this is also a non-Ollie's item. This wallpaper from Dollar Tree was some of my favorite crafty paper finds. I plan to use this to cover some journals or something. $1.25 a piece, I believe. I was seeing a lot of people haul this, and this was like one of my favorite patterns, these birds and these flowers. So that's definitely one of my favorite paper crafty finds. Honorable mentions of the year. And I'd like to talk about the Cricut cards. So I've hauled a lot of different packs of Cricut cards, but this one is my favorite one, this pack here. When you see it, it looks like this. A lot of people have hauled this. A lot of people have been lucky to find these, which is great because they're only mine was only $2.49 when I purchased it. But this is my favorite paper from here. This is why this is my favorite Cricut pack. You see that like alligator embossing, and then it's holographic, the coloring. So this is my favorite Cricut pack because of this particular sheet of paper here. So I love this, an honorable mention. The next set of items is going to be all paper. So I'm going to show you my favorite paper honorable mentions that didn't make my top 25. Okay, guys, we're going to start with the small paper pads and work our way up. So an honorable mention that I'd like to show is this Paradise paper pad from Ollie's. I think this rang up for $1 when I purchased it. I am a cruiser, so of course I love all of this reference to beach and islands and just paradise, because that's what cruising is for me. So you get 2 of each sheet in here. I did do a short. These flip throughs are going to be quick because I've done a short on most of these paper pads by now. And if you haven't seen the short for it yet, it is coming, or go back and look through the past shorts. This is not an Ollie's item. It is a Pop Shelf item. This is by PS Studio from Pop Shelf. This was, I believe, $3. I do have a short already out on this one. It's one of my faves, but it did not make my top 25. It's in the honorable mentions. It's just a gorgeous paper pad. I was lucky enough to get the last 3 that were in my local Ollie's of that one. This next one, Stargazer from Ollie's. I was able to get this for $1. I have gifted a couple of these because I was able to get more than one at the time. And I have gifted some of these in Happy Mail. So this is a beautiful paper pad. And then Moonlight Magic. So I have the journaling pieces for this, the ephemera journaling pieces. This one's unopened, which is fine. I'll just show you really quick what it looks like. It's a very beautiful paper pad. It was $1 at Ollie's. I think I only have 2 of these, and I'm going to keep both of these. So I love that. That's was an honorable mention. Didn't make the top 25. These blues, I may have the blues in the top 25. I actually haven't recorded the top 25 yet, even though it comes before this video. It's all just depending on where stuff is in my house and what day I feel like recording it. So I can't remember if I have the larger blues in that top 25. I think I do, though, because this blues paper, this one is by Color Book, is one of my favorite pads just because of the ocean. $1.99. It just reminds me of the ocean, and I have a wave punch, so I'm planning to use my blues paper pads to punch a bunch of waves and to journal with those waves. Another honorable mention is this burlap paper pad. I have no idea what I'm going to use this burlap paper pad for. This was also $1.99. I just thought it was really interesting to have burlap in a paper pad, so I got it. I have no idea what I want to use this for, but it's odd. It's nothing. I don't have anything like it in my stash, so that's an honorable mention. I'd also like to give an honorable mention to the Draper James wrapping paper books. Okay, I've already used some of this pink checkerboard print wrapping paper to wrap a gift for my grandmother. That was just a special gift that I wanted to give her this year. And they come with tags in the back. These are very springy, like paper pads, but because we have so many things that are Christmas related that are pinks and other colors now, you could definitely use this for your Christmas wrapping and put a lot of that pink Christmas with this. I'm seeing a lot of Christmas collections that are just not traditional. They're not traditional like these pads here. They're not just normal red and green and white, which is fantastic. It means that we can do more with our Christmas projects. So this one, I don't think, I have not opened this one. So this one has tags as well. I do have shorts on these if you want to go back and look at the shorts, flipping through these wrapping paper books. These wrapping paper books, this one was $3.99 and the other one was $3.99 as well. So I'm becoming a huge fan of Draper James because of my Ollie's hauls. That brand, I believe everyone's been saying it's a Reese Witherspoon brand. So I love the things that I've been hauling from that brand. Let's get into the 12 by 12 paper pads. I have a few here, okay? So we're going to do some quick flip throughs for these honorable mentions. I'd like to mention Adventurous by Paige Evans. I did receive this in the Paige Evans mystery box, but I think I actually was able to purchase this first from Ollie's. So this is before I ordered the mystery box. That's pretty. And I think these were running, every paper pad and project pad I had was like $1.99 or $2.99. And these project pads, this is a project pad, has the stickers, two pages of stickers in the front. So this is a sticker page and this is a sticker page. These are some of my favorite alpha stickers in all of my collection on this project pad, this adventurous project pad. The Cutie Pie. I'm honorably mentioning Cutie Pie because so many people love it. So many people have hauled it and found it. It is a very odd and cute paper pad. There's nothing like it. It's not one of my favorites, but it is very cute. I only have one, so I'm glad I have it in my collection. I think I only have one. It's a very cute paper pad. Reaching Out by Jen Hadfield. I would love more Jen Hadfield papers. I just don't have them. I just was not able to find a lot of Jen Hadfield. I saw some single sheets by Jen Hadfield. I did pick some up, but there were some I didn't pick up. This particular project pad was $4.99, one of the more expensive project pads at Ollie's. And I believe I have two of these, maybe. I can't remember if I have two or one of these, but I am keeping both because I'm kind of low-key a Jen Hadfield fan. And this is one of my favorite pages. And I haven't been able to find a lot by her as far as pads. I've been seeing the single sheets, but I would prefer more pads. So love this. And then you have a sticker sheet in the front, and these stickers are really pretty. The stickers are really pretty. This was the first project pad that I purchased from an Ollie's. And it might have been actually the very first paper pad that I purchased from an Ollie's, because this was at my local Ollie's at the time. And when I purchased it, there were no more in my local Ollie's. This Brave and Bold project pad by Amy Tangerine. This was $4.99. This is a great project pad. The project pads always come with the solid colors in the back that match your decorative pages in the front. This is really pretty. I have Brave and Bold in a smaller pad as well. I have gifted a couple of the smaller pads already. This is pretty. This is glossy. And then you have these stickers. You have a sticker sheet in the front. So that one's really nice. And then Fantastico. I actually found Fantastico in Dollar General and not Ollie's. I was never able to find it in Ollie's. But I was able to find the stickers or the thickers that look like this, and the alphas that are this color and this font. This paper pad at Dollar General at the time, I think rang up for only like $3.99. This is a thick pad. It's very heavy. The papers are very heavy. This is a very good quality pad. This pad is heavy, and it's one of my favorites. I love that. I love all the sheets in this. I did do a short of this one. Love those. So I'm just going pretty quickly just to save some time here. And I have done shorts. So if you want to go back and see something, go back through the shorts. And the shorts have fun music behind them all the time. So it's always more fun to watch, in my opinion. Another one I have here is the Embossed Brights. I only saw this in one Ollie's and I never saw it again. This was $1.99. And the paper itself is embossed. The colors, you see how those seashells look there, and you see what they did with the papers here. Look at those embossed papers, what they created. I always love to look at the front of the paper pads. This is by DCWV. Most of my favorite paper pads are going to be by DCWV. You can't tell the embossing on some of these colors, so it doesn't really make sense to flip through, but you can kind of see it here. It's an embossing on the paper. Okay, and I'm not sure how that color is coming up, but it's like a deep turquoise. So another honorable mention there. I have the Neutral Textiles here for $1.99. This one did not make my top 25, but it is very pretty. Very heavy. This one is very heavy. Really good quality paper. Really beautiful paper. This one's very, very heavy. Very pretty. Very good quality paper by Recollections, which of course I learned this year is a Michaels brand. A lot of people were able to get this one. My hand is hurting because this one is so heavy. Very heavy, very nice paper. What weight did they say? Did they tell you the weight? I don't know if they told you the weight on here, but it's heavy. 58 sheets for only $1.99. Never in your life could you get this for $1.99 at Ollie's. Then I have another honorable mention, the DCWV Painted Petals. I did a short on this one. This one's a very beautiful paper pad, premium stack. As you can see, you can feel the glitter even on the top. And this glitter is not transferring. This is DCWV. This glitter isn't going anywhere. Okay, this is glitter I could give something for my pops made out of one of these papers and glitter's not going to touch him. That's good quality. That's top tier paper. Okay. I say my pops because my pops hates glitter. He absolutely just hates glitter. So look at these like watercolor like pages. This is art. This paper pad is art. This paper pad is gorgeous. Only $1.99. DCWV is a heavy hitter in the paper game to me. You just really can't touch them when it comes to paper and quality and designs. Now, my favorite paper is that Vicki Boutin Art for Everyone paper pad that I've shown more than once. But DCWV just in general is probably my favorite paper pad company. I've said that before in a video. As far as the brand, they're probably my favorite paper pad brand just because their pads are just phenomenal. Then we have Park Lane Industrial. A lot of people were able to find this one. This is an honorable mention. It was not in my top 25. It's a very odd paper pad and it's very nice. This paper pad has so many specialty papers. This paper right here feels like fabric and it looks like cork. This one was like almost like a vellum. It's front and back and there are stickers. This is a sticker sheet here. So there's a lot going on with this particular paper pad. As you can see, like all these specialty papers are in here. It has front and back. It's really gorgeous. I first saw Lynn over at the Paper Piece show this paper pad. I was like, odd. And then I eventually found it myself and I was happy to find it. It's very vintagey, but very masculine. And it is a gorgeous paper pad. And it's just packed. It's just packed with specialty papers and papers that feel different. And I was trying to see, I thought I felt another little thin piece, but there's a lot going on with this particular paper pad. And it was only $1.99. So very nice quality paper in this pad. I also want to spotlight the Basics by Recollections here. This is another very heavy paper pad, okay? $1.99, 58 sheets. This paper pad is gorgeous and it is heavy. It is heavy. Very good quality paper. You could never in your life at Michael's get something like this for $1.99, even when it goes on clearance. So this did not make the top 25, but it is gorgeous. And then next we have Fairy Tale. I only put this as an honorable mention because I ended up seeing it at Pop Shelf for $5 and I was like, no, they didn't. This paper pad was $1.99 at Ollie's. And the papers are thin. These are not thick papers. These are papers that you would use for scrapbooking, for hand ripping in journals. So I gave it an honorable mention because I saw it in Pop Shelf and it was overpriced in my opinion because I had gotten it for $2. Now, in its normal run-of-the-mill everyday life color book, it was probably at least $5 minimum. So it's still a good price at Pop Shelf, but I hadn't paid that. So I was like, they know they wrong. They know they wrong for charging $5 and I just paid $2. When you get used to all these prices, it's just hard paying anybody else's prices. We have two more paper pads here. These were from Ross, not Ollie's, but I did want to give an honorable mention to these because these were my favorite Ross paper pad finds of the year. It was Paper Piece, Lynn over at the Paper Piece, who first showed this paper pad, or the first person I saw show this paper pad from Ross. And that's when I ran to see if my Ross had it at that time. Timing was a real deal with finding paper pads at Ross. I have not seen paper pads at Ross since I found the initial paper pads that I found. I found like 7 or 8. And if you didn't catch that wave when they had them, you missed them. And then the last paper pad for an honorable mention is also from Ross. These are running $4.99 at Ross, okay? And this is Park Lane. I call it today's market list, but it doesn't have a name. And this one is gorgeous. Definitely one of my favorites. And I only have one of each of these. Looks like they give you 3 sheets of each, I think. These paper pads are heavy, 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 heavy. These particular ones. So trying to store these heavy paper pads is just always an interesting adventure. And that's going to wrap up my Papercraft honorable mentions of the year. Like I said, the top 25 paper pads will come out before this, but I'm recording this one first. So I don't actually know when I'm going to record that top 25 paper pad, and I can't remember everything that's in that top 25. But these are the things that did not make the top 25. If you made it to the end of the video, go ahead and put a fruit or vegetable in the comments. Put a fruit or vegetable in the comments. Let me know you made it to the end. Let me know what your, if you liked any of these honorable mentions. Would any of these have been in your top 25? Or are you good with seeing these in the honorable mentions? Did you find any paper pads at Ross this year? I haven't seen any since, but I will still be on the lookout because I'm not seeing paper pads at Ross, but I am seeing a lot of other American craft items trickle in here and there when I go in, like tools. And I picked up some really great scissors just recently from there that were We Are Memory Keeper scissors. And it's just you never know what you're going to get when you go in there. So I'm not going to stop checking for the American crafts items in the stationery aisle. I appreciate you guys. Be looking out for more Roundup videos for the year as we get through the month of December and head into 2026. Be safe, be kind. I'll see you real soon. Bye.